This module introduces the concept of the basic UDI-DI and how it is created. This is an identifier introduced by the EU Commission as part of the UDI requirements of the EU Medical Device Regulations, and is the main key in the database and relevant documentation to connect devices with the same intended purpose, risk class, and essential design and manufacturing characteristics. The database is UDI-Med and is made up of 6 modules, all of which are connected via the basic UDI-DI. The basic UDI-DI will appear in the database and on documents such as the Declaration of Conformity for the product certification. Once UDI-Med is in place, anyone entering the basic UDI-DI will be able to access all the documents and reports and all the devices within the family of products. You'll need to group your medical devices that have the same intended purpose, risk class, and essential design and manufacturing characteristics, and then assign the basic UDI-DI to this group. It is separate from any packaging or labeling of the device itself and doesn't appear anywhere on the products or the labels or the packaging. Here's a graphical representation of how the basic UDI-DI links to the different GTINs of the products and packaging levels within the group. Anyone searching using the GTIN will access all the other GTINs and documents about the products in this group as they're connected by the basic UDI-DI. Here we have multiple UDI-DIs for the different size syringes and different packaging configurations, all linked by the same basic UDI-DI. In the same way as the requirement for the UDI-DI is met by the GTIN using the GS1 standards, the requirement for the basic UDI-DI is met by the global model number using the GS1 standards. The GMN is variable in length up to 25 characters long and is made up of a GS1 company prefix, a model reference element, which is decided by the manufacturer, and a check character pair calculated from the rest of the GMN. The model reference element is alphanumeric and a check character pair is case sensitive. I'm now going to move to the internet and demonstrate how to create the basic UDI-DI. Okay, so it should be back with you. So the global model number, or the basic UDI-DI, is calculated or generated using this tool. And we start with a GS1 company prefix. I'm going to select an easy one to remember, which is the GS1 UK one. 50123445. 2345. An internal number of model reference elements, Aston Villa Football Club, and then click calculate for the check character pair. And that information then appears down the bottom here, and you can then copy the key and paste it into your systems. A couple of things to note is that the check character pair is case sensitive to the internal number model reference. So for instance, if I change this to lowercase AV rather than TA, it's 5H. Another thing to note is that the check character pair can be 2 numeric characters. So if I was to put just numeric characters in here, it might be that the check character pair is then, it's not in this particular instance, it might be 2 numeric characters, and this would then start to look more like a GTIN. So my suggestion is to always have alpha characters in the internal number model reference elements, but it's entirely up to you to decide on what you want in here. Using something like this, quite simple, and then 001, 002, etc. All the way up to 888A999, giving you 1,000 different basic UDI-DIs. Okay, stop sharing for a moment, reshare, and just to share the slide deck again. And there we have our contact details. Thank you.